재밌겠다!
chillin' homie? chillin' 하게 되겠구나.
Three, two, one. Pink slime in your area. This is pink and slime. It's pink slime. And we're back with your one and only Show Me the Money Season 8 recap podcast.
One and only.
The one and only Show Me the Money podcast.
Yes.
And we are back with episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode, we start with something totally different.
Yeah. We've never seen this before.
No.
On Show Me the Money.
Not that I remember. I mean, I do remember in the past they did at some point do like team building hangouts. But this is on a whole new scale.
Yeah.
It's a sports day.
Yeah, it's a sports
Yay!
day. They mentioned that the sports day was like for team building and also to stir up the rivalry of the two crews. So they can be more, I guess, savage during the disc battle.
Savage mode.
Yep, they have to turn on their savage mode.
Okay, so the MCs are Dindin and Boy B. And we start off the sports day with a elephant nose game where you mimic the elephant nose and spin around in circles and race, but you're super dizzy. So this is a notorious game that every audition program plays.
Yeah.
And it's so funny seeing all the contestants like wobble and go sideways.
Yeah.
No matter how strong you are. But there was one thing that I wanted to bring up on the podcast. There's this scene where we see this unfamiliar face wrapped in a blue towel with green heart sunglasses. And I really couldn't figure out who it was. But he seemed very unathletic because as soon as he played this game, he just collapses instantly and has trouble breathing.
He's like crawling almost.
He's like heaving. He's just like on the ground, like struggling.
Yeah.
And then we find out it's Kid Millie.
It goes to the interview of him about that moment, and he's like, I still feel dizzy. Like, 아직도 어지럽고요. Like, he was so mad.
Such a drama queen.
He said after this game, he started to stare at all the producers of the show for making him do this. And he was pissed. He looked really, really pissed, which was so funny. You did just one game.
He's also he's the youngest.
Yeah. But I can see him. I can totally see him like so unathletic.
That's how he seems like. I mean, just from all you're doing is spinning around in a circle, and then running.
I feel like it's also about the heat, like about the weather.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, he did try to prove himself again because in the second challenge they gave them those rubber flippers that scuba divers wear.
Yeah.
And he wanted to show off how good I'm gonna prove myself. I am athletic. So he starts jumping extremely fast while wearing the flippers to show off his speed. Like
yeah, he was against Kitty Boy, and Kitty Boy was way behind.
Like all the other rappers were laughing at him.
And so because of that, Kid Millie's team was winning.
And he won. He proved himself.
They did win, but at the end, Punchnello from the other team.
Punchnello was so good.
He literally was running like a 괴물, like a monster.
He was so natural. It didn't seem like he was wearing
the flippers. It was just regular running.
And then the next round, which was really funny,
which was the arm wrestling round, right?
They go straight to Giddy Boy, and he's really strong, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And he starts beating a lot of the contestants. And then Boy Cold comes up, and all of us, including Giddy Boy, are like, oh, Giddy Boy's gonna...
no problem.
Yeah, no problem. It's gonna be a piece of cake to beat Boy Cold. Like, we both thought that too, right?
Because he has like a baby face. You don't expect him to be so strong.
Yeah. Sorry. So then they verse each other,
Mhm.
and then Boy Cold beats him.
Yeah.
We were shocked.
Yeah.
I guess
That was so unexpected.
I guess he works out or goes to the gym a lot more often than we thought.
Yeah, you never know.
Even Giddy Boy was so shocked. Kid Millie goes against LV.
Oh my god. I wrote that down.
And he goes, so Kid Millie is about to arm wrestle with LV. And he looks at LV seriously.
Yeah.
And he's like, Kanda. Kanda. As in, you know,
So confident.
I'm going to go for real.
Yeah.
Gonna go for real right now. And LV's like, do it. And then he puts in all his effort. And you see his face shaking, trembling, trying so hard.
And then the camera goes to LV and LV's like yawning, right?
Yeah, he's like, totally fine. And then all of a sudden in one motion, boof,
Yeah.
beats.
No problem.
Beats Kid Millie.
Not even a challenge for him.
That was so funny. We were dying.
Yeah, we were dying.
I didn't know Kid Millie was this funny.
It's so funny.
I've become a fan.
Yeah, he had so many screen time during this like part.
I think he was really relatable too. That's why I saw him and I was like, I see myself in you, Kid Millie. Okay, and then we see. So BGMV crew has been winning the first round of the sports day so far. Let's just so let's also go over. We don't have to go over in detail what the other challenges were because they skimmed it too on the show.
Yeah.
But some of my favorite moments were when Milik shoves Mad Clown down onto the ground.
That was. I did not expect that from Milik.
Out of all of them.
Yeah, out of all of them, because literally when the whistle blew and the game started, he like slammed into him out of nowhere like a car crash.
And this was when they were playing a chicken leg.
Yeah, chicken
leg game where they grab one of their legs and they hop around on one foot. And they try to attack people down onto the ground with using their knee. So we saw Milik immediately go straight to Mad Clown.
It was like he targeted him
because Mad Clown wasn't facing him.
Yeah,
That's why it
was so mean and brutal. And Mad Clown's face, he was like so shocked, like innocent looking, like a little kid.
Because he falls into the opposite
like,
direction. Facing Milik with like wide open eyes
by Milik.
And Milik's just cracking up. He's laughing.
Everybody's cracking up.
He's laughing at Mad Clown.
And Swings was like dying, I guess, at that moment because during the interview he saw Mad Clown's face. It was like he was soulless. Like a soul came out of his body.
What's so funny is that they're both equally unathletic looking.
Yeah.
And kind of scrawny. So he just went for another equal to knock him down.
And then one of my favorite part of that game was the last part. And where EK and a few other people were the last man standing. And literally EK wasn't doing much. He was just standing there like a tree.
Yeah.
And people are like Milik, people like Milik and Seo, they would like come and attack him and he wouldn't like do anything, but they'll be just like crashing and knocked down on the floor.
He didn't budge at all.
Not a single like movement.
Nope.
No. I think it's just his body structure. Like it's too strong, maybe.
It was so funny
so tall, too.
when he went for Milik.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Poor Milik. I guess he got his
targeted by EK.
It was so easy. He just knocked him down and Milik's body crashed onto the ground like a tree also. Yeah. Like straight like a tree. Timber. Douche.
Yeah.
People were describing EK as if he was a tank. Even you were like, when you saw that, you were like, oh, EK is my 이상형?
Oh, 이상형.
Like we were both like, yes.
Yes, 멋있어. Next game was also one of my favorite ones.
This was a great challenge.
This was the leg wrestling game.
Where one person has their legs inside, in between someone else's legs. And that person has to try to squeeze their legs out.
And the other person
has to try to keep them in.
And there were a few people who went.
Mhm.
My
was our
favorite
favorite?
one was the swings versus verbal chit.
Oh my god, I'm crying thinking about
Okay,
it
first
again.
of all, swings is of course winning. Like, what did you expect?
Mm-hmm.
But he's also trying so hard. Like, his face is all red and so ugly because he's like screaming and like frowning because Verbalgent is probably also doing his best.
Mm-hmm.
And then the camera goes to Verbalgent, and what do you see? Slime.
He's like screaming in agony, like looking up in the sky.
Because
I've
also-
never seen someone look like they were in so much pain.
Also because Swing's legs were inside and he was trying to spread out
Yeah.
Verbalgent's legs. Verbalgent's legs was straight like in 180 degrees.
He did a split.
And-
Swings made him do a split.
Yeah.
I
And it
felt
kind
so
of looked
bad.
like because he was in agony, it looked like he was delivering a baby or something.
Yeah. Swings did not have to put that much effort.
Yeah.
That was so unnecessary.
It was so unnecessary.
But it was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Verbal Chin aged a couple years from that. From that trauma.
I don't know why they made Verbalgent go against Swings.
Seriously. And then the last part that we have to talk about, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Is when the last challenge was kicking a soccer ball to a goalie, and if they got the goal in, they would get a point.
Mm-hmm.
So Swings volunteered to be the goalkeeper on his team,
Yeah.
and he was catching every single ball that any
was
BGMB
crazy, yeah.
crew rapper was kicking. And he got so confident that in the end, we just see him in one scene bend fully down and shake his behind, and it's just covered with a mosaic. Like it's blurred out on the
I don't know
but
why.
he's wearing clothes, like he has
Yeah.
pants on.
Uh-huh.
But I guess Mnet just
It's like,
felt like
this is inappropriate.
maybe the pants were too tight and you just
don't
saw
know.
too much detail.
Maybe
I was
too
laughing
big.
so much. It was just too offensive.
Yeah. I don't think that would have happened to somebody else.
In the end, 40 crew won. And then the next part of the episode, we finally get to the notorious diss battles.
Yes. I've been looking forward to this because in
Yeah.
the previous ones, I've never been into the diss battles.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, somehow like this time, because I'm like watching in so detail and I'm like super into it more, I'm like looking forward to it. Because I was never like too serious about show me the money like right now.
But now you're invested and you have
Yeah.
favorites and you have people you don't
Yeah.
like. Yeah, I'm the same. So the first group is Jang-yu and Punchnello are versing Yoon-hui. And then Choi LV is versing Kim Seung-min.
Yeah.
But then they're performing as a group on the stage together. So already and we were talking about this last week because they showed who was versing who last week also, but we didn't talk about it in our episode. But we both just felt so bad
Yeah.
for Yoon-hui. I mean, going against both Jang-yu and Punchnello,
It's a lot of pressure.
that's so much pressure, and it's almost unfair. It seems like it's unfair because
It
it's
is
2
unfair,
versus 1.
Yeah.
So it is unfair, technically.
And they didn't really have a choice. Like they were the ones left from each other. So
Which says a lot.
yeah.
No one wanted to pick them.
I mean, they're all three of them are very strong rappers on the show right now. So yeah.
Choi LV and Kim Seung-min.
Apparently they're in the same crew, so they know each other very
Oh,
well. So
okay.
it was like when they said that, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a funny one because they're
I had zero interest.
yeah, but I had no interest in it either.
And by the way, I'm going to heavily rely on Pink for this episode because I did not understand most of the lyrics. It was hard for me. But I will comment about overall performance
Yeah.
and reaction. So the first person who starts the performance is Jang Yu. And he sing raps
Yeah.
immediately. And he mentioned it during the practice and the rehearsal that he wanted to sing rap because he was mocking Yoonhwae.
Because Yoonhwae sing raps.
And I was in awe. Like,
Yeah,
as
I was
soon
like,
as he sang that first note, I was like,
whoa.
Paneso.
Yeah, it was kind of like when I found out Keko could sing.
Yes.
It was very similar
Oh
because
my gosh, he's like a gecko.
Because he also raps similar to
Yeah.
Keko. Yeah, interesting.
And they write good hooks. Oh,
Great leadership.
Overall positive, nice image. And okay, so
yeah,
even though I didn't understand his lyrics, I really loved his performance because he hasn't shown us singing rap at all. Even Boy Cold made a comment saying he didn't know that he could do that too.
I think it was like the perfect moment to show that because you don't want to risk doing singing rap when you can get eliminated. So this is like the perfect
That's true,
place
to experiment.
Yeah.
And also he did it in front of people in a live performance.
So like
I was impressed.
Yeah.
Impressive.
For this battle, because the audience is voting, I feel like grabbing the audience attention is very important, it felt like. And Jang Yoon did a great job in doing that.
Yeah, he did a lot of crowd work. We saw in the uncut version on YouTube. He was also like going around the crowd, clapping, getting the crowd involved. Which was smart because in the end they're the ones voting who wins.
And so some of the lyrics that he like dissed about Yoonhwae was like how Icha, the second round, magically disappeared because she didn't do most of it. That's what he was referring to.
Dang.
Like, oh, do you not remember lyrics today also? Like he said stuff like that. When do you think Swings is gonna like until when do you think Swings is gonna trust you? Like support you? Like he was dissing how Swings and Yoonhwae had a connection because they're in the same company.
But you thought overall it was like weak.
Yeah,
right?
It was overall weak. It wasn't. Yes, here and there's like a diss, but the way he said it was pretty much
respectful.
부드러워, yeah. And Yoonhwae thought the same thing. She was like 별론데.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of everyone's reactions, even the judges, as impressed as they were about his just overall performance and rap singing, they didn't seem like shocked or offended at all with anything he said.
PY mentioned it looked more like a performance, whereas it should have been like a more like a dissing battle kind of.
Because that's the premise of this challenge. One comment I have too is when he came out onto the stage, he already has a celebrity aura about him now. Yeah. He's like waving to the crowd, like saying hi.
He's so confident.
He like knows he's
like he has a showmanship, right? Do you call
it? He has good showmanship. And even with his outfit, that performance, he had a very handsome glow to him, I thought. I was when he was singing, I was like, oh, like so attractive all of a sudden. I mean, he was always attractive, but I think there's something very celebrity looking about him right now. Like top star. I'm a fan.
It seemed like there were a lot of Jangyu fans there as well. Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Because they asked who do you want to want to vote for, or like who do you want to win?
Oh, right, outside in the interview.
And a lot of them said BGMV crew, which is Jangyu's crew. I mean, we're not surprised.
Oh yeah, BGMV crew has
they have a lot of
fans.
popular rappers in there.
That makes sense.
And the next person that goes was Punchnello.
Pink
and
Nello.
He shows up with a blue wig on
to match Yoonhwae's old hair, which I mean, we talked about this too, and we're gonna talk about it again throughout the episode. But one comment that I just want to bring up now is when BY said that to be successful in this rap, you have to be immature.
Yeah.
Right? It was BY
it
or
wasn't
it was
BY. It was Verbal Gent.
Oh, Verbal Gent.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I thought that he made that's a good...
You have to be as childish as possible.
Because that's the whole point of this battle.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the people who are at the performance, that's what they're expecting too.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny in that moment. And it's not like this song is going to be like released or anything. It's just in the moment type of thing.
Yeah, so when Punchinello came out with the blue wig, I was like, okay. All right. Like, finally, someone's here to play. So
when he came up like that, Yoonwei was also dying. She thought it was really, really funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, because you don't expect that from Punchinello.
Yeah.
He's always so serious.
He is.
Yeah,
and
he's never like playful.
He seems also very nice too.
Like nice and quiet kid, right?
And he starts rapping and he's doing a really good job. And then all of a sudden he messes up or he forgets his lyrics, right? He starts stumbling and he's like, and starts being quiet. And then Yoonwei starts laughing and pointing at him. She's like, oh! Yeah. And even the crowd and the judges are shocked. But then, out of nowhere, what does he do?
He brings out one finger and he's like, 한 번만 다시 가볼게요. That's what Yumei said in the second round.
Gasp.
When she forgot her lyrics.
As soon as he did that, the judges were shocked.
Yoonwei
especially
was pissed.
Yoonwei.
Yeah. She immediately like her no facial expression. She was like,
her face went white. I think she really wasn't expecting that. Even like Boy Cold and Swings, they were also fooled at first. They were like, oh, he forgot his lyrics. And then when he said that, Boy Cold's face also went white. Like he was so shocked.
Swings was dying. They didn't see it coming at all.
I think Swings he just accepted like, wow, that was a great.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. Like you got me.
Yeah. See, this is how you have to do it. It was mad funny.
It was. That was a good
moment. Yeah. And Swings also said 똑똑했다. Like this was a smart one.
Smart.
Yeah.
So Jangyu did, I think, a better, like if we judged it based on performance and creativity, I think Jangyu was really like overall good performance, good song.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would win this competition.
Yeah.
I mean, this challenge. Whereas Punchinello, I think
he was very strong.
He would win.
Yeah. And the next one was Yoonwei to clap back at them. She talked about she
had a lot to say.
Like, intense moments.
Yeah.
I think she mainly talked to Punchinello a lot. She mentioned how so there's a term called inmek hip hop. Inmek means like your connections. And it refers to people like rappers who uses their connections or like social climbers. Like that's how they use to be well known in hip hop. And she was saying, Punchinello, because you were in AOMG, like he's signed with AOMG right now, and like he knows a lot of these big people, but Yoonwei's like, how come you're not famous? Like,
ouch.
I've never seen somebody who do inmek hip hop and not be famous.
Dang.
Yeah, that's what she was like rapping about. She's like, she doesn't care if it's two people. I can win over you guys. She was pretty strong with her words. She had definitely more powerful like disses. Yeah.
See, that's how you. And I'll be honest, her rap flow wasn't as good as theirs, right?
Yeah.
But I can tell. I didn't have to understand her lyrics, but just from the audience's reaction and gasps and shocking face. And also that I was like, ooh, it must be bad.
Yeah.
Both Jangyu and Punchinello looked so awkward.
And at the end, like she mentions how like she teases how Punchinello looks like a like an adult wearing like child clothes because he was like wearing like a t-shirt and like a
Oh my gosh.
trainers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Punchella thought that was so funny. He was looking at him, so he's like, like laughing, dying. He's like,
Yo,
I am wearing like
They respect her.
Yeah.
They respect her.
It looked like a really great diss battle. They
Mm-hmm.
both like threw some disses at each other. They both took it very well. They had fun.
It seemed like they weren't expecting her to go this hard,
Yeah.
but they were being a good sport about it.
Of course,
so.
she had to go hard because she was against me going against two people.
No, I mean she brought it, and I
Yeah.
think she did the right thing, which is why it makes sense that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really want to talk about the next one.
Yeah, I mean we can skip one. It was Cheolbi and Kim Seung-min. It was like whatever.
Because you understood most of it.
And it was just they did a lot of childish like disses.
Theirs also seemed pretty brutal to both of each.
They were brutal
each
to
other.
each other, and judges were saying they were equally savage to each other.
Ooh,
they think.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, it makes sense to me why Yoonhwae and Kim Seung-min
They won.
won
Yeah.
this round. I mean, I was shocked at first because I did still think Punchnella was so good,
Yeah.
but I guess Kim Seung-min probably delivered it too, right? Because they voted for both. Wait, yeah, they voted for both Kim Seung-min and Yoonhwae's team.
Yeah. And also this round was the do you want to say the score of how they won? I have the score.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have the score too. So the score, say the score.
The score was 42 against 58. So Kim Seung-min and Yoonhwae got 58. So it wasn't a big difference.
Oh yeah, you're right.
A
It was
one.
close.
Yeah.
So that actually made sense. Seeing the score that was almost even makes sense. But I do think it was because of Yoonhwae.
Yeah. I think they won because of Yoonhwae.
She had very good disses.
Okay, moving on to the second round. It's Zena Dazilla, Worigo Child, Sodongyeon from BGMV crew, and then EK, Takua, and Lil Tachi from 40 crew. So we see how the 40 crew, how they prepared for this battle. And we see this scene where Swings is like professionally like typing on his keyboard.
So funny.
Like we were like, what is he doing? And then we see that he's fixing EK's lyrics that he brought, and says like he's like typing. It's like edits of him typing nonstop, and then at the end he's like, look how it's upgraded. And I was like dying laughing, and Slime was like, what's going on? And I explained it to her, and she was dying too.
Okay,
because he was like the professional diss battle person. Like Swings was known for his like savage lyrics back in the day, so he was just fixing it up for everybody, I think.
he reminded me of that that meme of a cat hitting the keyboard. Have you seen that meme before? That's how he looked like.
Yeah.
His face was like glowing, smiling, like doot doot doot.
He had so much fun doing it,
Yeah,
probably.
and when EK read it, he was dying laughing too. So I thought that was funny. I like that scene a lot.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm starting to like Swings more and more.
Yeah, I mean,
You hate him less now, don't you?
yeah, his image is completely different now. I mean,
I
feel like
I get
thanks
it.
to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for her. Like, I don't know. He's becoming a very charming image, like good image, rather than like bad
he's
boy image.
really funny on the show
Super
because he's
goofy.
unapologetically himself.
Yes.
And I think that's why he makes such a good a good person to make a TV show.
Yeah.
Make TV show content out of. Because he's not hiding. Like he doesn't hide anything. He
It's
just
funny how
says what he wants to say.
we always find his quotes for the
Oh.
intro.
The best, yeah.
But he does like Swings doesn't have a lot of screen time on the show. He barely
But when
comes
he
out.
does have screen time,
it's really funny.
It's really funny. Hmm.
So yeah, he's like the goofball of the show.
And Pink
Almost.
knows this already, but I did invest in the Swings emoji, the Kakao Talk emoji. I'm obsessed with it.
I
highly
found it
recommend.
for her, and she bought it immediately.
5 out of 5 stars. They're the best emojis. I don't know if he made them himself. Like, I mean, if he's the one who
He probably got profit for it.
Yeah,
like, he's the
right?
model for it. Yeah.
hilarious. I highly recommend them.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry to sidetrack as usual.
On this round, the first one who goes is Takwa, and he goes against Urigo Child.
Which I have a comment about Uriko Child.
Yeah.
In the beginning of this episode, he for some reason says on the stage that he's the legendary diss rapper, that he's known for diss rapping, and people in the crowd and even the judges are like, what?
What video?
I haven't
which
heard.
diss rap?
I never knew that about him.
Yeah.
Like, everyone looked so confused. So already I was like, ooh, well, I don't know if he's gonna do well if he's already this confident. And also oh my god, when they showed his face up close and I saw that nose ring. Do you remember my face?
Yeah. Savage slime.
I was like, ooh, no. No.
Yeah.
Especially because he had a big silver hoop in the center of his nose, like a cow.
Like a cow, yeah.
And then, which sometimes I think looks really cool on people. But he also was wearing the same size hoops
on his ears.
So you just see circle, circle, circle.
And then his face.
Yeah, and then that, I don't even want to get started on that. I'm sorry.
So, anyway,
savage.
Takwa raps pretty savage. Like, he had a little bit of punches and jabs in there. He talked a lot about how ugly Urigo Child is.
Oh man,
he was like, if you take off your sunglasses, girls are gonna spit at you. Like, oh, it was like a ouchie one.
That was a major ouchie one.
And then when Urigo Child went after, it was really, really weak. Like, he only talked about how not famous Takwa is. Like, I was like, really? That's all you're gonna talk about? When he literally said, girls are gonna spit at you because you're so ugly.
Again,
it was
and this
so weak.
Follows suit with what Verbal Jin says. You have to be immature.
Yeah, you have to be immature.
Urigo Child was maybe being a little too respectful.
Yeah.
And yeah, I could tell, even though I didn't understand, I heard the audience members going, ooh, like as soon as they heard Takua's rap. And then when Urigo Child went, there wasn't much reaction.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, it was more like him having fun on stage also. It was like the same thing again.
I mean, I liked the way he rapped it, but he wasn't a clear winner to me for this round.
Takwa was definitely the clear winner. Yeah. So, and the next round was Lil Tachi and Seo Dong-yeon, which was a very interesting round.
This was a very anticipated pair.
And there was a lot of clips beforehand, like practice clips, like how smoothly Seo Dong-yeon went, like with his lyrics and his attitude towards the battle.
Everyone was saying how he seems like a genius, right?
And PY also pointed out that, like, look at Seo Dong-yeon, look at his energy. He already seems like he won. Like, how do you beat that energy? Like with Lil Tachi, where he gets very...
I mean, we've already seen Little Tachi get nervous on stage, and he has messed up before, so...
And also, Lil Tachi talks about in the interview, like, before the battle, like, he says... Like, Seo Dong-yeon's scary. 좀 무서워요. Even though he's the young, like, 동생.
Okay, no. Actually, I do have to agree with this. Seo Dong-yeon scares me so much.
He's a very unexpected person.
He's really unpredictable, and he's
unpredictable.
kind of 얄미워,
맞아.
which means
and he knows he's
unlikable
얄미워
or
and he
annoying.
used that to his advantage.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the little brother you never wanted.
Yes. That's exactly it. That one little cousin in the family.
Yeah, that is how I feel about him.
Yeah.
So
Um
so they perform,
mhm.
and we start off with Little Tachi,
Little Tachi,
right? He
yeah.
goes first.
Yeah.
And he already
He was doing well, but then he like missed a beat or like missed the lyrics, I think, but he kept going. But
he
still
definitely seemed like he forgot.
he was too nervous, I feel like.
Yeah, because at the end he looked really disappointed,
Mm-hmm.
which is not how you would look like if you killed it.
Mm-hmm.
He did not kill it. Like I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So after
I-
him, So Dong-hyung performs, and
I really liked it. He used the beat from Lil Tachi's performance in High School Rapper. I think it's Noon or something. It's like 눈이 와
눈이 와.
그거잖아. But then he rapped. 서동현 said 비가 와. I think he that's what he said this time.
And
So
he was also dressed in the same outfit,
Mhm.
and he even dyed his hair the same color as him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 맞아. Yeah, he was wearing the
High school
the
blazer,
red blazer, yeah.
and he was wearing the same sunglasses. He bleached his hair.
Yeah.
He
went
again.
all out.
You have to go all out. You have
Yeah.
to fully commit,
Uh-huh.
just like a 얄미워 person would
Yeah,
do.
this was
the
the perfect round
situation.
for
So
서동현,
perfect
yeah.
for him.
So 서동현 already knew that Lil Tachi's weak spot is coding rapper, high school rapper. He hates that title because that's what he's known for. That's why probably he changed his name, like he's trying to rebrand himself. But you see 서동현 keep bringing up everything high school rapper related.
Oh gosh.
But then he brings up a very interesting point in his lyrics. He talks about Lil Tachi's hair, his braids.
I was surprised when you
Yeah.
told me that he rapped about this.
I was like, stop trying to look like a black person. We are proud Koreans. Like,
He's woke.
uh-huh.
Who would have known?
And he also rapped, how come your your hair is ASAP, but you can't speak English? And he's like, let me teach you
Ooh.
English.
And then that's
'Cause
when
he
he
goes
starts
to-
singing the alphabet.
Yeah.
And when he gets to the letter Z, he lifts up his shirt, but he's wearing another shirt to
That-
look like
I think that was like a legit screenshot and printed on a
oh
t-shirt.
my god,
Yeah.
of
Of
little
Lil
Tachi's
Tachi's
body. Because in the high school rapper performance, he does Little Tachi. He
Shows.
reveals his chest and flashes the crowd and shows off his chest.
And
He shows off his nipple and
then when he goes to the alphabet,
which is
oh
in
yeah,
Korean.
nipple in Korean is chichi.
so that sounds like Z.
Uh-huh.
So that's why.
That's why at the end
It
A
was
B C D
so,
E F G and then at the end they go
So
chi,
clever.
chi. It was so clever. And it was the most childish, immature moment of the show.
But it was so good. Like,
It
everyone
was the best
laughing.
one, I think, though. Best performance.
He
Yeah.
gave what the audience wanted, which was a immature diss battle with props and
And
costumes.
everybody was rapping Lil Tachi's Chichi.
Oh,
like
right.
all the audience was
He was able to get the
rapping.
whole audience to
yeah,
rap.
call out his nipple.
Yeah, to make fun of Little Tachi altogether. He was successful in
This
that.
must have been a nightmare for him. Oh, Lil Tachi kept it together pretty well, in my opinion.
Oh, I mean, whenever
he still was like smiling and he was like,
I
okay,
don't know,
whatever.
whenever
but I know that inside he's like really serious, but I don't know. This time it looked better.
yeah, when I saw him, he did not look that happy.
Yeah, he wasn't happy at all.
Yeah,
But he was trying to keep it cool.
but I could tell he was
Yeah,
definitely
you could still
offended.
tell.
So after him, there was another really anticipated duel, which was EK and Zenadazilla.
Yeah.
I was really excited about this one because we saw it in the previews, and it seems like those two are fairly close.
Very close.
So I think I think they're both willing to, you know, go a little deeper and like joke a lot and be a little savage to each other because they're already like they know it's not serious.
I mean, I don't know about EK because he didn't really talk about what he's gonna diss. Like he just said like, I know Zenadazilla very well, like I've worked with him and stuff. But Zenadazilla, it was like his goal to piss EK off. Like he said that over and over. Like he exaggerated everything. He's like, I'm gonna say whatever I can to piss him off as much as I can.
Dang.
And I was like, wow. Like
I mean, that's
already
how you
from there, I know, like I expected that Zenadazilla was gonna be much more stronger and much more savage.
EK goes first, right?
Yeah, EK goes first.
And as soon as he goes, he puts on this broccoli hat, but it's like in a crochet or knit quality.
So it's like,
so it looks super crafty and it's really tight.
It's like a sweater almost on your head.
Yeah. And he's also holding a little broccoli doll. And then he also has a little wand with a broccoli head. I don't know where he got all these props all of a sudden. But it was so funny.
I know. It was like, I didn't know EK would do this. Like, this isn't his image. Like, he was all cute.
Yeah,
like a broccoli
he was
character
really goofy.
Almost, yeah.
And it did remind me of Zenadazilla's old hairstyle from last season. So it was really funny. I thought his use of props, the crowd work, the overall performance.
He did very well.
Yeah, he was really playful. I think he did the best
I
out
also
of his
liked
group.
the hook too. It was like Zenadazilla 또 떨어질라. 뭐 이런 거.
Honestly, I don't remember.
It sounded
many
like,
of the
you know,
hooks
when
this
you're like
episode.
teasing someone, like when you're little, it kind of sounded like that. Like, na, na, na. It kind of sounded like that.
Yeah.
So, and he was like skipping around, like with this goofy hat on. It almost sounded. It looked very childish and cute. I don't know. Maybe EK's into cute stuff after Thing Thing.
It was cute. I liked it.
And then Zenadazilla goes, and he went pretty brutal, like with how small how small EK's eyes are.
And he's saying he rapped to the God song, God.
Oh yeah.
Which was the song that EK performed last season.
Yeah, he also said if you minus kakaka from Ike, you're a corpse. You have nothing. Like Zenadazilla took a shot at him at first about that, and then he's like, how can you go under Kid Millie's crew right now when you were cut off the show because of it? Yeah, you lost to him.
And the hook was instead of God, it was Chibe ka,
which means go home. Like go home.
This was like the only hook that I remembered. Chibe ka,
which was so clever.
So clever.
Yeah. So
and Ike didn't look at me either.
Yeah. At first he was having fun with
Zenadazilla,
but then as he got more and more like brutal with him, Ike wasn't having it. Like,
no.
Zenadazilla's a 동생, like he's younger than him.
Oh right.
So
Ike's the hyun
yeah.
here. Damn.
So yeah, I mean.
So I think it was obvious who also won.
Yeah.
This round.
And the score was very obvious too.
Ooh, yeah.
It was ouchie.
So the score was 94 versus 6 votes, and the team that got 94 was BGMV's crew, which was Urigo Charles, Zenadazilla, So Dong-hyun, which was we weren't surprised by that.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was going to be 94 versus 6. That means only 6 people there were like.
So when they announced the score,
EK.
like when they announced who won, they announced the score first.
Oof,
so
brutal.
When the teams heard the score, they were like, oh, like I cannot be in the team who has 6 points. But yeah.
Man, I mean, I think it was
Dong-yeon played a really huge role.
Yeah, and Xana
And
Gisela.
Lil Touchy like forgot lyrics, so like nobody was gonna vote for
So
him.
I get it, and
Yeah.
we both thought EK's wasn't as
Yeah.
savage as he could have been, so that could have also been why. So the next group,
The final group.
oh yeah, the final group. So this one and this one was one of the most intense
Yeah, it was
rounds
very
too.
intense.
So this was Chillin' Homie, Mac Daddy, Young B versus Donut Man, Bryn, and Yoon B. And Mac Daddy had picked Bryn, whereas Young B picked Yoon B, and then Chillin' Homie picked Donut Man.
Yeah.
So
The rivalry of these two teams were crazy.
that must have been why this was so intense.
I think so. Like we were also feeling nervous like watching it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what if it gets too like serious?
They were all very serious about it. So it was first Chillin' Homie and Donut Man that went first.
Yeah.
And it seemed like Chillin' Homie almost went in too quickly to the song, and then he realized he went in too early, stopped, forgot his lyrics, or maybe couldn't jump right back into the beat as quickly as he could have. So he ends up rapping even after the beat is over, which to me says because he started too late.
Also, like, I'm sorry, Chillin' Homie, but because he forgot the lyrics and then he had to like start over almost, it was hard to like focus on his lyrics.
Yeah.
And like the diss wasn't that like it wasn't a good diss.
It wasn't
at
as
all.
harsh. It didn't deliver as well. And the judges made this point too, that if he did not mess up, he probably would have won because the lyrics and the disses were better than what Donut Man said. That's what the judges were saying. But because he messed up, no one could focus on that. They already really felt distracted by his nervousness.
So like it's a quick song, so you forget the first part, like what he was talking about, and then he starts at this part. It's not gonna like connect, and you're losing focus from there.
Yeah, that was really disappointing,
So,
and I felt bad because we were both Chillin' Homie fans.
And then Donut Man sees that, he's like, "Oh, like."
Oh, that's a great impression of Donut Man. Wow, do it again.
And when Chillin' Homie's done, and Donut Man's like, "Are you okay?" Like
he gives
like,
that same plain mask face that he has with no expression. Scary.
So Donut Man goes and he doesn't mess up.
No.
He gets his point across, and I mean he does it better, of course, because he put on a very good show.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Donut Man has experience in diss battles.
Yeah.
And he's like good at it. And we could already see that. He talks about the tattoo, how you should remove it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the judges did say he wasn't as harsh as they were expecting him to be.
Yeah.
But I think in this case he probably beat Chillin' Homie because he successfully dissed him and didn't mess up his lyrics. So I mean,
it was clear.
Yeah, not much else to say about that. So the next group is Mac Daddy and Bryn. And it seems like Mac Daddy was trying to be pretty respectful in his rap.
He went easy on her.
I think he made a poor decision picking her.
Yeah.
Because if I were him, I would feel also uncomfortable to diss a girl, like a female 동생, little sister, who has that image, and you're just in a tough position to be.
Maybe he also thought like Bryn wasn't gonna be that
harsh,
difficult or harsh. With this. But she was into it.
I feel like he thought that she would be an easy target, and then he realized, because she seems like such an easy target, I have to
doing the opposite.
No, I have to be. No, he has to be more careful. Yeah. And so he kind of screwed himself over in that way. But she clearly, from the beginning, was like, I'm going to bring it.
The way she's dressed.
Yeah.
Even, like, she had the Chun-Li
hair
from Street Fighter.
And when he picked her, from the very, very beginning, she was not happy. She was actually really offended. So I think she was building all of that revenge energy.
Yeah.
So when she came to perform this time, she brought it.
She was all pumped up the entire performance. She was moving around so much, getting the crowd.
Yeah, this
like,
was
pumped
the
up.
best performance I've seen of her,
Yeah.
actually. Oh, and you know why? I think also because Mac Daddy, I forgot to mention this. He forgot his lyrics at one point. He messed up.
He messed up.
And
and it was so weak.
And I think it was, because this happens where if the first person on your team performs they mess up, you feel even more pressure to deliver better, that you get nervous and screw up your own lyrics too. So I think that's what happened. And because of that, Bryn, she like took advantage of that and was like, let me attack you now.
Yeah. So no wonder she had Chun-Li hair. She was rapping to Nicki Minaj's Chun-Li beat. She rapped really like, she was making a lot of jokes too. And the funniest joke she made was like, you sound like you're holding in your poop when you rap. Like, that's how you rap. like 똥 좀 싸고 다녀. Like, she was like telling him like, go poop. Like, you sound constipated. Oh my.
He does kind of, because he has that angry face as if he's like squeezing his face. So it does. I can see that.
Yeah, that
and
was really.
He was also
like
laughing. He was laughing at that joke too.
Everybody was. It was a really good metaphor.
That was
to
a
use.
good comeback. So after them, then so after them, we go to the Battle of the Blondes.
Yep. Youngbi and Yoonbi.
The B's. The YBs. I think Youngbi, he's a really good performer. And I mean that as in he knows like how to put on a show, and he's really good at acting. Like, he gives what the TV, what the crowd, what the viewers want, because he's been on High School Rapper, he's been on Show Me the Money. This is the second time. He's performed a lot. He's pretty famous.
Yeah.
I think he's been serious every single round. But I don't think he actually is serious, because after he's done with the performance, he always is very respectful, and he's like, oh yeah, he did good, or he's really polite and chill about it. So I feel like he must it's just his what do you call it? His stage presence? Yeah. Her alter
his like
ego.
energy,
So in this case, that's why I was saying that they're both being serious.
So when we see Youngbi prepare for this, and it's all bleeped out because we needed to see the performance to actually listen to the lyrics, but all the crew members and BGMV crew, they were like, oh, like 역시 Youngbi, like, because he's always been good at dissing also. So they were saying, you're like dissing 101. Like, everybody's like, that's how you diss. Like, that's how you diss rap. And he really did great. He did really good.
I thought he was so good. Because, I mean, he's scary when he raps too. So it makes it even more intense. Because even if his lyrics aren't that aggressive, his presence and his attitude make it feel aggressive. Yeah. Which I think, I mean, he's good at that. So I think he did a good job in that way. Yeah. I also really love his hair. I love that blonde hair. I wonder if they did it on purpose. Now that I think about it, I could imagine them doing it on purpose. See, this is the thing.
I didn't know if they were putting on a show.
Oh, or
not.
Serious?
Like, if this was like being this serious and like hating on each other is like a show, because like
the lyrics did sound personal.
It did sound personal,
because he mention a girl's
I would see
name?
moments like Youngbi just like laughing, like having fun.
Didn't he mention a girl's name?
Yeah, Jackie Y and Swervy. Like how he was comparing how your 동생 is Swervy, but my Nuna is Jackie Y. But I think we need to
okay.
know more about those two rappers to comprehend that. But I guess Jack UI is like more well known in the
Maybe
hip hop
that's
scene.
what
Yeah,
he was hinting at. Oh, okay.
because I think they're in the same crew with those 2.
I see.
But yeah, he was 멋있어.
I thought
Youngbi.
he was, yeah. Youngbi's always. I made this comment. He definitely knows how to make himself look 잘생겼어. Without. I think he looks very normal. If he didn't have such edgy style and like with his hair and his outfits, he's really like fashion forward.
Also, if you think about it, because Youngbi, Chillin' Homie, and Chillin' Homie and McDaddy messed up before him, so he had so much pressure. He had to like kill it into
and he
to have like get votes or something, right?
You know, I'm really impressed. I told you, I think he's a pro.
I don't think Youngbi gets pressured.
Yeah,
like unless he pressures himself, maybe. But yeah.
Well, I've seen him, I guess, in past seasons, but I think because
now I think
he's so experienced now.
Because like from the start, he came here to win, but also to have fun, right?
Yeah.
Not to take it so seriously, but I think that's how he's taking it.
Yeah. This entire
doing well.
season, he's been doing well and not.
I mean,
being
if you
nervous.
guys heard our previous episodes or our first episode, Slime mentions. I mean, that's another way to like attack an audition show. Like this, maybe Youngbi might prove it to the world.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's just here to grow his fame.
Yeah. I mean, which
and show off
is working.
Yeah, he's definitely. But people still thought Yoonbi was really like the crowd loved Yoonbi's battle.
Yeah. To me, it almost looked like he was trying too hard. Yoonbi, but I think he had to do that because he did really well.
Yeah, the judges all said Yoonbi was strong.
Yeah, strong.
Right? His lyrics were really strong.
Yeah, it was bad.
And
like, he talked about how Youngbi was like nobody forgot you were a bully like when you were young. Like yeah, he brought up a lot of like sensitive issues.
Dang. I mean, that's what you have to do in this round. And at one point he takes off his shirt at the end.
Oh my god. Like, you know how it was like, it wasn't like, like Yoonbi took off his shirt. Like they edited like slowly up until he was like grabbing his shirt, and you can see other people's like reaction like going up to that moment, and you see Youngbi, oh my god, like smiling, like oh
He's,
this
like,
dude is
laughing.
gonna take his shirt off. Like Youngbi already knows that Yoonbi's gonna do it. He's like, oh my god, this is so cringing moment. And then Yoonbi does it, and he like stands there like as if he's like a Hulk or something.
That was so funny.
Like 2 p.m. almost, like 옥태견.
Yeah. Oh, I can't take Yoonbi seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a good
That's
job.
why I said he did look like he was
funny.
trying too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Youngbi also said Yoonbi did well, so he gave him a...
I really like Youngbi's
credit.
attitude this time. I mean, he accepted his defeat, and I mean, no surprise, they lost. Bryn, Yoonbi, and Donut Man won.
I mean, this is the first time I don't have a problem with Youngbi's attitude on the show. Because every time he was on the show, I always felt like uncomfortable with him. I'm like, why do you have this attitude?
Rude, rude comments and have bad attitude. But this time maybe he's learned a lot. And maybe he's actually having fun. So they lost by 7. I mean, not 7. They had 7 votes, and Bryn, Yoonbi, and Donut Man's team had 93.
Yeah. I mean, it was clear that they won, so I was expecting that, but I mean, McDaddy and Chillin' Homie, they both made mistakes, so what are you gonna do?
That's true. You can't mess up in this because it's in front of people, and I think no matter what, they're gonna vote for the person who didn't mess up. Yeah. It's just natural.
So the final winner of the diss battle was...
wow.
We are so bad.
Sounds like a
drum roll, please.
broken drum.
And then we can like
the,
add drum roll.
Yeah, we can add it here.
Okay,
Dun, dun, dun,
final
dun.
winner is
40 Crew.
Ooh, finally.
They
Finally.
Finally,
I was
the
waiting
underdogs.
for them to win. I mean, I was surprised because the audience walked in expecting BGMV Crew to win.
Yeah,
but
Yo, 40 Crew looked so shocked. It
yeah,
was
They're
like
"We
Boy
won!"
Cold's
Yeah.
face was like, we won? Like, he was looking around like, really? Like,
Yeah.
he was not expecting it. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Even he didn't have faith in his own team. That's so sad.
Like they know. I think the judges also know that the public, in general, they like BGMV Crew more, and this round it was purely about their votes. So maybe Boy Cold was scared about that, but I mean they were pretty fair, like the audience.
This is the first time that I didn't argue with any of the losses or the wins.
The decision.
And even the judges' opinions, like their comments in the interviews. This was the first time I didn't have any disagreements to what they said.
Yeah.
So I thought this was pretty fair. And I guess it's because it's higher pressure, more mess ups. And also everyone's so good. So it's very clear now. If you make one mistake, you're out.
Also, I feel like this time it was like overall, it was weaker than previous seasons. Like the disses, they went pretty easy. I feel like.
Wonder if
I feel like there was always those moments where it was too serious, and it was like out of line. There was always this time. I don't think there was,
and
everybody was pretty.
I think about it. Those rappers always received the most harshest criticisms from.
I remember
fans
so
and
many media coverage over
so that
like
might be why
scandals over this battles.
And
on
Korea's like hot on scandals right now, so I don't blame them. I don't blame. Either way,
Maybe.
we got to see really fun performances, and the people who were underdogs and who weren't doing that well actually shined this episode.
Yeah.
So because BGMV Crew lost,
they had to get rid of one. They have to send one home from their crew, and it seemed like like when they were deciding, it narrowed down to Chillin' Homie and McDaddy because they both messed up their lyrics, and they would like, to be fair, you need to. It has to be either one of.
We both were expecting that they were gonna send Chillin' Homie home.
Yeah,
because we both have seen him mess up many times. Whereas this was the first time McDaddy messed up.
I mean, you guys all know we're Chillin' Homie fans,
of course,
but we were like, no, this is not okay. Yeah, like. This is the second time. He has
to go back, work on performing more. It's clear to me that he has a good style. He has a good sense of identity of like what kind of rapper he wants to be. I just think
have experience.
The experience. Yeah, he's too nervous and not as confident with himself.
Donut Man, this is about how come you don't have albums? Like, make an album. Like,
he
only has like songs or like featuring. I guess that's what he was rapping about.
Yeah. So maybe he needs to do
on
that.
Point.
I mean,
you need to release an album if you want to go perform around.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So we see a preview of next week, which was so interesting.
Right.
It was called Crew Revenge Battle. And we were like, because we were expecting it to go to the performances, right?
Right, yeah.
Live performances? Right?
I'm pretty sure that's the next round.
But the MC, he comes up and he's like, okay, we're not just yet there. Like, we're this season, we're adding in a brand new round and we're not going right into performance. But, like, you can see the shock in their face. They were expecting to be, they're like, oh, yeah, I made it to the live performances. They were probably thinking that. And now, nope, one more battle.
And I don't know what this... Did they go into detail what this was about?
No, I don't think so.
It's just we just know it's a revenge challenge, but we don't know how this is set up.
So what it is you're going one-on-one with one song. I think you're going to make a song together and you're putting a performance together with your rival.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, okay, so... And then he goes, okay, do you know who, guess who you guys are going against? And then he says rematch, which means you're going against the people that you went against in the diss battle. So basically what they're saying is you have to work with the people that you just dissed.
Let's talk about the pairings of this because we have some time. So I'm really excited about this because this gives us another opportunity to hear a Jangyu, Punchnello, Yoonhui remix. But
Wait,
an actual song, right?
But I have a question on that. Because Chillin' Homie's out, Donut Man doesn't have a partner.
So maybe, right, they're the only 2-on-1.
Somebody has to, maybe Punchnello or Jangyu, they're gonna verse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Donut Man, yeah.
Ooh, then, you know what? I hope Jangyu
and Yoonhui, right?
Oh, we're looking at that. We're on the same page. Let's put that on the universe. The other person who I'm looking forward to is EK and Zenadazilla.
Yes.
Oh,
them performing together, like on one song. And also imagine Youngbi and Yoonbi working together, like in one room, coming up with lyrics, performance.
I'm not as like excited about that song. I'm just more interested about the performance, like how that's gonna work out.
Yoonbi was actually really happy that it was a rematch. That he had. Oh, he's like, thank you, Youngbi, because of you, I get to get more screen time. Like, I get he was like, I get to take advantage of you, basically, because you're famous.
Whoa,
I was like,
no
wow,
shame.
that's like so cool and like, yeah, no shame.
No shame. Oh, and then we also get to see little Tachi and Sodongyeon. That might actually be really fun.
Yeah. I feel like Sodongyeon would get he would be like, oh, Hyung, like, and it'll be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you know, in these rounds, there's always going to be some people who don't want to make a fun performance or a good song. I don't know. I mean, Youngbi might this time because he seems to like Yoonbi. Yeah. But if they don't like each other, I don't think they're going to care about that. I hope they put an effort to make it really entertaining at least because this is a good opportunity for them. If it becomes viral, like that's better than just winning that one challenge.
And I feel like they have the potential to be. I feel like the combo is really good. It could have like a synergy effect. One pair that I'm
not, or I mean, I'm curious, but also not as interested. Mac Daddy and Bryn.
You know what we're really not interested? Chebi and Kim Seung-min. Like their performance, we're really not interested.
Who? I'm sorry. Who? What show are you talking about? Savage.
Yeah.
It's all out of love.
Wait, who else? Who else is?
I named most of them. Urigo Child and
I'm like whatever.
And Takua, I'm not. Yeah. I mean,
I wonder if.
Oh my god, they both have nasal voices.
They might not get along. Kind of.
Oh, you're
they
right.
Might
They're
have
both
like
so like
very different
strong
color.
Color that they might have trouble.
Clash, yeah.
You're right. Clashing.
That might be interesting. We like drama, right?
We love drama. Yeah. Wow. Oh my god. Remember when there were contestants that we didn't remember the names of? Like back, like when there were more contestants, and now the teams are so small. We
know everyone.
We just know them all, except Trevi and Kim Seung-min.
Okay, let's have another moment that we miss our dear Debo.
It's not the same.
Imagine Debo being in a diss battle. It would have been so funny.
It would have been so good and epic. Moment of silence. We're gonna have to also talk about our top 4.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And hold on, I mean, my top 4, does it change?
I don't think it changed for me. Like from watching this,
I don't think this changed. I don't think this changed my top 4. I mean,
I don't think
I
it
am
mine
still
either.
I may switch EK back
To.
to 1. Maybe. I'm thinking about it because everyone clearly knows him more.
Yeah.
Like we saw that this episode in the diss battle. So that's why I'm like he might have tons of fans that I'm not aware of that's going to make him win.
Also interesting
live performance.
Interesting fun fact.
Fun fact.
So, Slime hasn't been watching the Sign Here show at AOMG. And I've been, like, I continue to watch it out of just love for AOMG and my support for AOMG. And NBA crew, EK's crew, they auditioned for that show and they did so well. And I realized through that show that how famous their crew is. Like Code Kunst was like, oh, I love their music. It's so my style. Gray loved it. J Park was looking at the performance too because they danced too. So I was like, wow, EK must be really, really famous because he's like the face of that crew, right? Is. So I'm like, wow.
I think he helped them become more mainstream because he went on Show Me the Money. But yeah, I mean,
so yeah, I mean, it's probably
who
true.
knows?
He's very famous.
I wonder if he will get signed with anyone after this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He probably wants his whole crew, right?
He seems very loyal to his crew. When I follow his
like
Instagram.
that 경상도 남자, like 부산 남자. He's like that.
Oh, are they like that?
Yeah.
I mean, on his Instagram,
there,
it's always with his crew.
Yeah.
And he's always advertising about his crew. And we saw it in the last season. He wanted his first live performance to be with his crew.
Yeah.
When everyone else put really
like
fancy
famous
features. But he wanted
that.
to do it with his crew, which I thought that was so respectable. 감동. 감동s. So, I don't know. This episode, I have to be honest, I was overall a little disappointed.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best episode.
I mean, we said it was weaker than all the other less controversial, but
yeah.
yeah.
And I hope, I mean, I'm excited for the next episode because they're going to feel a little bit more they're gonna have more opportunity to be creative, and it's not gonna be purely about dissing people, which I get. You don't want to.
It's more like
be uncomfortable to be in
because you guys they have to perform together,
and they could probably they could probably sing, rap about anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can make another comment about Sign Me Here. I watched the first episode, and I mean, I talked about it already that I thought it was 별로. Not interesting. Pink continues to bring up performances that happen, and I still have no interest.
Yep.
It's not even. I'm sorry. Even if NBA is in there, EK's not.
I mean, she still agreed. Like, she still agreed to like watch videos if I show her.
Yeah. Well,
but
that's what she thinks.
I think it got more interesting because they got guest judges, and it was so many people. Komi was there. Who is it? Boybi? No,
Who these?
Super B was there.
Oh, Super B.
Young YDG.
Oh,
and then
that's one reason to not watch it.
YDG, and then who's that bald guy?
Oh no,
you know, Deep Flow was there.
I'm not watching it.
And then Dumbfounded.
All right, Dumbfounded. I was cracking up because he's Korean.
I have to say this. I don't know. This might be too like off track. Sidetracked?
No, it's not sidetracked.
Now that you mentioned that, you know how every guest judge they go 안녕하세요, like they're like introducing themselves. They're, 안녕하세요, 검입니다. 뭐 안녕하세요, 딥플로입니다. And then you know there's like always like subtitles in Korean shows. 안녕하세요, 고맙습니다. And then on the subtitle it says 안녕하세요 고맙습니다 and then question mark. 고맙습니다. He said hello, thank you, and then he sat down. I'm like, you're not gonna say dumbfounded? Like, I'm dumbfounded. You're not gonna introduce yourself.
I think he panicked.
I think so. He was too nervous.
Oh my god, I love Dumbfounded because so I mean I liked him when I was younger too, when he was purely just known as being a rapper.
Yeah.
A Korean American rapper based in K-Town, LA. But he has his own podcast now, and I listen to every
Slime is
episode.
a big fan.
Yeah, because I love when he brings hip hop Korean hip hop producers and artists like Groovy Room, J Park, Doki. J Park has already been on the podcast at
Several
least
times.
Twice.
I mean, he's on J Park's show
and
now.
it's the best when Dumbfounded does the interviews in Korean, but his Korean, because it's to the point where I understand everything he says in Korean, and it's because my level of Korean is so like
Same level.
basic that it's the same level, so I'm like, oh yeah, I understand everything he says. It's like a dumbed down version, a Korean interview that I can understand perfectly.
It's so funny.
I can appreciate it.
안녕하세요. 감사합니다.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
He choked, basically.
But what's funny is, I didn't tell you this, but he's also trying to be an actor. I mean, he's already acted in a few things.
Really?
But he's trying to do that more, which is different, you know?
I mean, it's funny that he didn't
And
look
now-
nervous at all, but he just blurted out words.
And because I hear him on the podcast so much, I get a sense of his personality, and like, he's like one of those very chill, like homeboys that you like hang out with, and he's, you know, he doesn't like, you can tell, it seems like every episode he just woke up like from a nap, and he's like, all right, I'm here, all right, let's start the interview. That's what he, so imagine this guy, like,
so it was funny when I first said, yo, Sign Here as guest judges and Dumbfounded is on
I was
it.
so
and
shocked.
She started just laughing.
Because it's so
Like, why is
unlike
that funny?
him.
She's like, I don't know, Dumbfounded on J Park show.
It's so not on brand for him. But that's why I was happily laughing.
It's rare to find him on Korean shows, right?
He's never been on one,
it, right?
from what I remember. And I know he's really close with a ton of Korean rap, like the Korean hip hop industry in Korea. He's really close with all of them, because he's fairly older.
Yeah.
So he's been in the industry for
A while,
ages.
yeah.
So he's helped out, I think, a lot of them too. But that was a highlight of my day.
Yeah, that was really fun to share. That was like, because I didn't tell her this before.
Yeah, you didn't.
And
So
it was like a live moment.
You got my real reaction.
Yeah, we got her pure reaction on record.
Well, I think that wraps up.
Yeah, that was fun, actually.
That was a good way to end
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We could talk about something different. All right,
Okay.
so you want me
See,
to?
I kept watching the show. That's why we're talking about
All
it.
right, okay. I guess it was worth it. Okay.
Okay.
Let me know if he says any other.
Yeah.
Does he say anything else?
I haven't. Okay. I stopped at that time. Like, they
okay.
just introduced it, and then I just stopped.
Watch him not say
Yeah.
anything. I would be.
I don't
so
know how
curious.
he's gonna make comments on these contestants.
감사합니다.
Judge. 잘해요. 멋있어.
He might. Who knows? He might do it in English
Maybe,
too.
yeah. And J
We'll
Park
see.
can help him out. Other people can help him out.
All right,
Yeah.
so that wraps up episode 7.
Yeah.
Oh, quick shout out
to
our Finland.
Yeah, we've
Norway.
we've been seeing some new locations, like our first Africa
Yes,
listener in Egypt.
We hear you.
Yeah, and then, I mean, most of our listeners are in the US, but
Yeah.
number 2 is Finland now.
It's
Let's
crazy.
go!
Who knew that there was
I
so many
know.
Show Me the Money?
So now,
listeners
because
are
I think it's mainly
international.
because of Finland and like Britain, I think. Europe is winning over
Norway.
Asia.
Norway.
Norway.
Mhm.
Oh, Norway was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asia. Come on, let's go. Show me the money is from Korea. Let's go.
Show your support. Do.
So if you guys want to find us on social media,
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, our handle is It's Pink Slime, ITSPINKSLIME. It's Pink Slime.
And if you want to leave us a review on iTunes, please give us a rating and a review. We only have 2 5-star reviews, and I'll be honest, that was me. No shade.
No shade. Okay, I didn't do one yet, but
Please don't give us a 1, though, please. Then it'll ruin the average, and we don't want that. We want to keep that 5 up.
well, duh.
Yeah, but if you want to give us some feedback, ask them some questions, you want to shout out, email us at 2.pinkslime@gmail.com. That's to.pinkslime@gmail.com.
We will. I'm dead serious. I will literally personally shout out to the person who emails us everywhere. I'll shout it out to all our social media.
Oh my god, we'll be so happy. And it better not be like my mom.
No, none of our friends.
Alright, guys.
Bye.
Do you want to do it this time?
Okay. Alright, guys. Peace.
Bye. Yo, why'd you just leave me hanging? It's not as effective if we don't have the minion pems. Pem, 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 pem. Alright, guys. Bye.
Moving on to the second round. Is it recording, right? Is it recording?
What do you think, Pink? Ouchie. Pink, spit it.
96.
Spit it. Drama mama. Ooh la 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 la. Okay. So the MCs are Dindin and Boybi.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
My chair. Ah.
I thought you farted or
No.
something.
Oh, my chair keeps squeaking.